So what they're looking at now is volume. So we're seeing a big uptick in cyber activity targeting small to medium businesses, and we've started to see a bit of an uptick in cyber attacking local chambers, attacking industry associations, and attacking those that control the lists of people that they could be attacking. So I think it's prudent to have this conversation with you today to talk through some of the options that we could potentially put forward to you. And we also have a great offer that you can pass on to your members as well. So before I get introduced today's guest speaker, I might talk a little bit about the journey that brought us to partnering with ViCyber. As I mentioned earlier, for maybe 12, maybe longer, 14, 15 months, I met with dozens of different cybersecurity businesses across the state, looking for something that was simple, elegant, and was capable of being picked up by small to medium business owners across the state. One of the challenges that I had is a lot of the cybersecurity products that are out there at the moment are designed for enterprise level businesses with dedicated IT resources or dedicated cyber staff in-house that can manage these big 900,000 question questionnaires that can, spend weeks at a time looking at different compliance structures, making sure the business is ISO certified or Essential 8 certified or SMB 1001 certified. Resources that small to medium and businesses and chambers just don't have. And what a lot of these larger businesses did when they were looking at a small business offering is they said, look, we've got a 900 question questionnaire, but for a small business owner or for a chamber, let's drop that down to 90 questions or 80 questions. And that was kind of beside the point because 80 questions is still probably too much. And if you don't actually have the expertise to know what those questions actually mean, it's kind of a pointless endeavor. So when I first got introduced to ViCyber, we found a fully automated product that actually did all of those questions automatically, that could go through, that could scan your internal networks, could let you know where some of the issues and challenges were, what firmware needed to be updated, where your endpoint vulnerabilities, and where you might have challenges within the system. Now, I'm not going to steal ViCyber's thunder. I'm going to let them talk through it. But I just wanted to illustrate the journey of why we've come to this point. And for me, it's something that I'm super passionate about. Nothing keeps me awake more at night than the thought of at Business New South Wales internally, our lists being compromised. And it's something that I really want the chambers to be thinking about themselves as well. Because having exposure to 218 chambers across the state, I know that they're all managed quite differently. Some are quite advanced, some have really good CRMs, some have, good protections. Others, I know firsthand from experience, they're managing their member lists out of Excel spreadsheets or Google Docs or, places where there might not be adequate controls in place, might not be adequate protections in place. The list might be being shared with other people. And if that list was to be compromised, you think about one, well, what's the reputational risk for the local chamber? Two, what are your obligations as a director and what are the responsibilities there? And three, how would you manage that process? And I'm not sure many chambers have actually put a lot of thought into that. So without further ado, and trying not to steal too much of the content that's going to be coming up today, it's my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Asla Gupta, who is the Managing Director and CEO and founder of ViCyber, who is going to talk through first a little bit about what ViCyber do, what the landscape is right now, what some of your roles and responsibilities are, and then from that we'll enter into a bit of a conversation afterwards about how we can help apply that to the local chamber ecosystem. I'm going to, if I see some great questions, I'll jump in throughout the conversation and add those in. But also, this session is really about you. So I'd really appreciate it. If you have any thoughts, if you have any comments, if you have any feedbacks, if you have any questions, please get them through on Slido. So for those that haven't used Slido before, it's www.slido.com. slido.com. You can see it up on your screen. And the hashtag we're using today is ViCyber. So VICYBER. Don't worry about the capitalization. I don't think it's important. But that's the hashtag we're using today. So I'd like to formally introduce our guest speaker today, Dr. Asla Gupta.
Thank you, Dan. It's a pleasure, and we're so excited to be a partner of Business New South Wales because we're jointly on this mission of democratizing cybersecurity. That is what BuyCyber is behind. No business, too big or too small, should not have cybersecurity anymore. So I might jump over to the pack really quickly. All right, so we've got a little bit of content today, but thank you for attending. I could not echo Dan's comments any more. Cybersecurity is a requirement actually for all businesses and organizations now. I'll go through a little bit around why cybersecurity is important, what it means, what the expectations from the government are. What it means for your chamber and your association, and then what the solution does, how it can help you, and the offer we have today for you. Now, why cyber matters anymore, and why has it become such a big topic of conversation across the board? These are stats that were introduced just before Christmas last year. But the numbers are astounding. The statistics keep driving up. The cost per attack keeps going up. It's up to $4.26 million per data breach. Now, that is quite a lot for any small business to absorb. And the statistics say it's average of 7 months for recovery time, which means it takes up to 7 months for a small organization to rebound from a cyber attack. Over more than 60% of SMEs close their shop within 6 months of a major breach. Now,